What's up, everybody? This is the Woke Man here, and today, turns out there's a lot of games that are woke out there, and you've got to
The woke man is a woman. It's just the woman version of the act man.
be on the lookout. Thankfully, there is a list just for you, so you can keep track of all.
Yeah, this was
the woke
crazy. We should
nonsense
look at
and
this
all those
list.
Political agendas being pushed into your games, and you can avoid it. And I'm going to help you. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen, and just so you know, this list is very, very comprehensive. It is very. There's a lot of woke stuff out.
Yeah, who did this?
There's a lot of wokeness. As you can clear. There's fucking 14.
There is no way you played all of these, right?
1,500 games on here. Look, okay, it's no secret that companies are sometimes pushing agendas in media, pop culture, video games, and whatnot. Bloons Tower Defense 6 is woke now, fellas. It's been.
They're not. I don't even feel like they're pushing an agenda. I just feel like they think they see like a trend or something and they misunderstand it, and then they shoehorn it into their movies. And when it's shoehorned in, it's very obvious, right? The thing is, it needs to be subtle
Been compromised. It contains overtly pro-LGBTQ plus messaging.
and placed appropriately.
Can you believe it? There's a pride flag item available in the trophy store with a pro pride message. And
Woke
that's
shirt.
the review. That's their review of the game. They're reviewing games based on wokeness. This amorphous blob.
They can't define it. They literally cannot define what it is. It's just like, because if they defined what they thought of it as, it would just be like person of color, woman. Anything with that is woke. But like some of them have like enough shame to understand that they shouldn't say that. But then they just like every time a woman or a person of color shows up in a game, they're like, oh, it's woke. It's just like, all right, dude, you're not fooling anybody. We all know why you're mad. Like,
of a term now. But
Alan Wake.
Bloons Tower Defense 6 has been compromised. Thank you, woke detective, for making me aware of this. I can finally.
I want to know what games he
finally
likes.
Cleanse my. Just get the wokeness out of here. Get it out of here. Well, obviously Starfield is pretty woke, you know. Pronoun selection, they, them, body types instead of male and female.
How dare they?
Improbably diverse NPCs and all.
That was my favorite one. They're like, there's no way it would actually be this diverse. Brother, it's a fake world. They're in space, man. What are you talking about?
Well, hold on. What the fuck does that mean?
It's the
Improbably
future.
diverse?
How do you know?
They're in space. You see, it's not just what games they classify
Oh, that's
as
just so obviously
woke,
racist.
it's also the reasons and the recommendation. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3, yeah, that's definitely woke for sure. I won't be playing that. It did win Game of the Year, but come on, it's woke. It's woke, fellas.
That's why I haven't played it.
Sorry, Larian. Hades fans, oof. Homosexual relationship between minor characters. Optional homosexual romance. Damn. Didn't that also get some awards?
Between minor characters and it's optional. And it's like one of the most acclaimed games, and you're not going to play it because of that. Like, dude, do you play video games at all, though? Like, I mean, like, I don't know, man. It's just so weird.
Hey, look at how many games we're exposing. All of these games have been compromised. The Shovel Knight series? Man. Hogwarts Legacy, well, we all knew that. Contains
Right.
overtly pro-DEI messaging. 1800 Scotland somehow has diverse.
That's another one of the improbable diversity. It's like, dude, it's a school for wizards. Okay, shut up.
LGBTQ plus characters. There's fucking wizards in the game, bro.
It's like, I want it to be historically accurate, except for the part where there's wizards. Just racially historically. I only want the racism to be historically accurate. Everything else can be different. Just the racism has to reflect my views. Or views I think they would have had at the time. Like, the dude was super excited to play a game in 1800 Scotland because he thought he could be like overtly racist. He probably thought like the N-word would show up on the dialogue options. He's like, yeah, because it's the 1800s, man. It's got to be historically accurate in regards to the racism.
Get over it. Why do
That's
we,
so
why do we
crazy.
cherry pick historical settings like this when it's clearly not a non-fictional story? That's crazy. That's crazy. But Hogwarts Legacy is woke. J.K. Rowling is. I'm a little confused now. I'm a little confused on that one.
I think
let's see. Other
she's
famous
confused.
Power World is woke because it uses body type in place of biological sex during character creation. Who cares? Who cares? You see how easily like all.
You know, like, he doesn't recommend these games based on choices you have in the game. It's not even like you can't avoid it. It's just like, well, what the fuck? Just because a game has body type in place of biological sex during character creation, that's it? You're done with the game? That's all it takes. How fragile are you? What a snowflake.
All of these are just written off as like they label that as overtly pro LGBTQ+. Like, that's kind of crazy, dude. Oh boy, Call of Duty's woke too. Shit. Well, yep, multiple pride flag calling cards and emblems. Yeah, I can't have that. Can't have that. Why can't we though? Wouldn't that just give people more ammunition in the lobbies to use those types of slurs against the people they want to? You're probably thinking this is like a pride flag too, but unfortunately,
It's very clearly Pink Floyd.
it is merely a t-shirt of a T-Rex riding a skateboard in a reference to Pink Floyd's famous album, The Dark Side of the Moon. It was the wokest thing I could find in my house, but no. If you thought I was
Pink
wearing
Floyd?
a rainbow shirt, you're
Really
really
woke.
funny. That's really funny. It's crazy that like that's all they need. Like that just this, like a pride flag.
It's
in the game.
they're
Even
literally like
if it's
they're
an optional-
literally reacting to shapes and colors. Literally reacting to shapes and colors when they get mad at a pride flag or get mad at a rainbow. It's pretty insane.
cosmetic. You can't even have that. Like they don't even want that. No rainbows allowed. No rainbows. No pride flags.
Just straight fascist.
Fellas, the start of the NFL season is upon us. And
Ethical
the
reacts.
best way to cope with my beloved Seabirds not making the playoffs this year is by teaming up with DraftKings.
Ooh, actually, this is a bit of a dilemma with the ethical reacts. I usually let the promotion play, but this is a gambling site. I'm just kidding. This is legal and for adults. I don't like it, but it is what it is.
Official partner of the NFL. Because if my actual team isn't any good, I can make up my own. Fantasy football is great, but a little monetary incentive.
Oh, and this is
can
just
make things
fantasy
a lot
football,
more
which I guess
interesting. With
is gambling.
DraftKings,
I don't know.
you can draft your own team
But
of
there's skill
kings, pit
involved.
them against other players, and with only a small deposit of $5, you have a shot at winning a share of millions in prizes. Fantasy football is a game of knowledge, prediction, and skill. So do your research beforehand. Check out the official DraftKings website and download the app. If you want to win, you got to go in with the right playbook, with the right strategy. So don't miss out on all the exciting action this football season. Click the link in the description and pinned comment to download the DraftKings app and use the promo code TheActMan for a free shot at a piece of millions in prizes with just a small deposit of $5. Thank you, DraftKings, for sponsoring this video.
And now for something completely different.
Let's see, is any Call of Duty not woke? Warzone is woke, 2019, yep. Black Ops Cold War. Campaign character creator menu has options for non-binary. God, even Black Ops Cold War is woke now. Jesus. We're getting massacred out here, man. What kind of fucking games are on here? I was a teenage exocolonist? Contains overtly anti-capitalism messaging? What's wrong with...
Dude can't play World at War because you fight for the Soviet Union.
that? What's wrong with that? So does BioShock. A criticizing...
Yeah, the idea that you can't criticize capitalism in a video game is crazy because, like, a lot of media is about criticizing capitalism, even though obviously they exist to make money in a capitalist system. Like, but that's art, man. Like, you know? Fallout's anti-capitalist. There's lots of things. Star Wars to some extent.
Capitalism is woke now. What? Who wrote this list? Well, I know
That's
who
what
wrote
I
this
wanna know.
list. It was
Who?
actually one of the founders of autism.net. Call of Duty. So all of the Call of Duty games that are on Steam
I
are
don't get that joke.
woke. Hard confirm. I will be, well, I will be taking down any reviews
Oh,
of
okay,
any
I'm
woke
canceled.
games I've done.
Canceled.
Under
Does he link the actual list? I recently found a list of woke video games. Come on, dude, share the list. Share the list. Is this it? Woke and censored game alert. They replaced a Chad protagonist from the previous game with his cringy daughters, just to push girl bosses in our faces. Oh, this is fun. Is this a new meta? Has political flag. I don't even know that. Uses body type instead of gender. Jesus Christ. They forced modern diversity in race of hobbits. Dude, shut up! They're hobbits, man! Race diversity? You're like, ugh, oh no! Like, so fucking stupid. Forced girl boss character into game in order to push agenda. See the article below. Jesus Christ, man. This is crazy. You can pick pronouns for your characters, no matter if your character looks masculine or feminine. Plus, you can choose they, them. Ah! Dude, you guys just sound like piss babies. Do you not understand that? Like,
Undertale is woke. Shit. Multiple non-binary characters use they, them pronouns, including the player character. 2 major characters can form a homosexual relationship. Well, it's a good thing I've never played Undertale. Oh boy, here we go. We're getting to the good shit. Red Dead Redemption 2. Informational, right? Red Dead 2 only contains subtly pro-DEI mess.
like, what do you mean? What is this, Cave Story Plus? I've never heard of that. I want to know what games he recommends also.
We're getting to the good shit. Red Dead Redemption 2. Informational, right? Red Dead 2 only contains subtly pro-DEI mess. Subtly pro-diversity, equity, and inclusion messaging. Several minor characters espouse modern-day political sentiments. As an example, the NPC Sadie Adler behaves the same way a modern feminist would.
You notice how he says espouse modern day political sentiments and then says behaves in the same way a modern day feminist would? Like, I think what he's getting at is like a woman not acting like a woman is an expression of political sentiment. What a fucking loser, man. Like, Jesus Christ.
You're fucking gay! As in homosexual!
That is one of the most retarded things I've ever heard. So I like subtly pro DEI messaging in 1899. Yeah, Dutch only got Lenny and Charles on the squad so it would help his DEI scores with the Pinkertons. Yeah, I like several modern day characters espouse modern day political sentiments. You know what's a modern day political sentiment? Women's suffrage.
Yeah, women voting.
Native American genocide. All these political topics that were covered for 1899. Like, Sadie Adler behaves the same way a modern day feminist would. How? She's just a strong, badass cowgirl. Her husband died, and then she was being
gotta be a mod, right?
By O'Driscoll's, and then Micah comes in. Yeah, she's probably gonna hate men a little bit. Good God. You see how reductive these types of like woke labels become when they actually have to write down what's woke about it instead of just pointing at women and being like, women, they're woke. You know, it's like, it becomes very reductive and stupid. Skyrim is only moderately woke because an NPC in Whiterun asks you whether the sight of a strong Nord woman offends you. These are also such specific examples, like Oblivion, Dumag Grobunk flirts with males. What? Some Argonians use conflicting pronouns? That's probably just a fuck up of the script or something, if it's Oblivion.
I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again. I heard that
Thankfully, Fallout New Vegas is only informational. Contains LGBTQ plus themes without specific messaging. Fallout New Vegas. Minor LGBTQ plus NPCs. A possible companion has dialogue about her experiences as a homosexual. Light social commentary. Fallout New Vegas. Light social commentary. I repeat, Fallout New Vegas. Light social commentary. Who wrote this? What? What LGBTQ plus themes does New Vegas have? I never even heard of that. It's starting to sound like the people that call things woke just like they want all the gay people out of video games. Because it's like, why all
Gay coding is not new. No, of course it's not. It's ridiculous. Like, these people are so stupid. I think the problem is it's just like, the problem's money. Like, it's just too easy to make money from getting people mad about stupid stuff. It also benefits capital. Because if you get people mad about woke video games, then they won't be mad about how the reason video games suck now are because hyper-capitalism has made, you know, these games all be live services and get pushed out early in buggy, broken conditions. It's crazy. It's just another example of like directing our rage towards something that's completely irrelevant to the actual problem. The actual problem here being that a lot of games from big companies really suck.
always highlight which games have homosexual or gay relationships? Like,
Why?
Yeah, mad people make them mad money. Yeah, it's an incentive to complain. Yes.
This whole thing is nothing but a Jewish plot. You do know that, don't you?
I find that highly unlikely, amigo.
Well, I don't like Jews, or colored folk, or natives, now that you mention it.
nobody used to give
I don't think you mentioned it.
a shit when it was like KOTOR or Mass
The more
Effect.
gay,
Nobody
the
cared.
better.
The people that cared were the out-of-touch Fox News representatives. Now we have like gamers writing this shit. What happened?
I have I don't know, man. You guys think this is a gamer? The guy didn't get past the character creation part of most of these games. You think he plays games? I don't know.
GTA
Yeah,
5?
me
God
neither.
damn it. Unfortunately, it features multiple minor LGBTQ plus NPCs. Isn't that unfortunate?
Yeah. Unfortunately, in GTA 5, one of the character fucks a stuffed bear, and it was a boy bear, and then he dresses it up in lingerie, so it's cross-dressing too. So, yeah, woke GTA. GTA is kind of a criticism on, well, America, which is a criticism on capitalism, kind of. They just paid enough attention to get mad. Yeah! Civilization 6 contains overtly pro-DEI messaging. Where? It contains overtly pro-climate action messaging. Race-swapped Suleiman and added historically unimportant female leaders, global warming, and carbon capture mechanics. Okay. Yeah, snowflakes.
Unfortunately, it features multiple minor LGBTQ plus NPCs. Isn't that unfortunate? Yeah, Fallout 3. Jeez. The games that are safe, though. Team Fortress 2. No woke content. Thank God for that.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's just wrong about a lot of this. Like, I don't know.
Witcher 3. Several minor characters provide
If he held every game to the same standard, then he wouldn't, like, all of these would be not recommended. I think some of them he, like, puts in yellow because he's like, oh man, I kind of like that game. Maybe I should just warn people. I kind of like that game. DI, so non-people have... It's DI just because there's, non-white people working there, yeah.
exposition regarding their experiences as homosexual individuals. You can't even talk about why, like, what it's like to be gay in a video game without it being like, I don't know if we should go there. It's just so weird. Oh, shit, man. The Dark Souls series is, well, Dark Souls has only been moderately compromised, okay? Gwendolyn was born a male but raised as a female and given clothes and a magic ring to help him act like a female. At least they're familiar with the lore to a certain extent. It is tragic that the entire Dark Souls trilogy contains some woke stuff, guys. I can't...
Look at the Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2 contains subtly pro-LGBT plus messaging. Again, where? I feel like he just makes this up. Contains subtly pro-DEI messaging. No clear distinction between male or female aside from voice options. The intro notably features a mixed-race family. Oh my god! Some white people get mad for any reason. Yeah, but oh my god. How... Brother, they're wearing helmets!
The entire Dark Souls
Do you have the same complaint about Do you have the same complaint about fucking Halo, I wonder?
She contains some woke stuff, guys. I can't recommend that. Helldivers 2, though, contains subtly pro-DEI messaging. How?
Yeah, he's just copy pasting. That's like every single one begins with pro LGBTQ plus and pro DEI, and then maybe if he played the game or heard someone talk about it, he'll mention the specific thing.
What is the DEI message? The intro notably features a mixed race family. That's like, to these people, that's like a warning flag. Is that kind of insane?
Didn't they also immediately die? It's like,
no clear distinction between male or female aside from voice options. What? They have helmets on and body armor. I don't get it. I don't get these people. Counter-Strike 2 is not woke. As long as we're killing terrorists, that is A-okay. Cyberpunk, obviously that's going to be woke. Left 4 Dead series is not. Wait a minute. How? Hold on. There's a lot of black zombies in Left 4 Dead 2. And speaking of, 2 of the 4 playable characters are black, and one of them's a woman. How is that not woke? That's 50% of the playable roster. How is Left 4 Dead 2 not woke? You see how stupid, how fucking easy it is to just point out like minorities and women and say, look at the wokeness. Game's woke. But they don't do that for Left 4 Dead 2. Why? Okay, so Portal is good, but Portal 2 unfortunately has anti-patriarchy messaging, as all male characters are portrayed negatively and are less competent than the female characters. Man, Valve really fell off. They really fell off after that. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball is safe.
Yes, definitely nothing in there that could be considered gay or woke. Nothing.
Those games safely. What is this? Validate struggling singles in your area. I can't imagine how this game would be woke. What does this game even look like? We're going in deep.
Get to know struggling singles just like you.
I can't watch anymore.
I can't watch. Oh God. I don't think I can show that.
See, this is what tells me like you're seeking this shit out. You're seeking shit out to get mad about, because like, who the hell showed you this game? Who the hell gave you this game? Who the hell told you to look this game up? If anybody told you to look it up, it's because they were looking for shit to get mad about, just like you. Like, because otherwise, no one's gonna give a fuck. I don't know. Is this some like gem that I've missed? Did this thing win Game of the Year or something? Did I miss something? Because like, I don't think that like this game is well known enough for people who, you know, love Counter-Strike and think Counter-Strike is not woke. I don't feel like this game would come up in your Steam recommendations unless you constantly look for this shit.
Oh, okay. Don't think I can show that. Here's the thing. If you want to play like these sex games or like dating sims, like who cares? Who cares about that? I don't care. I wouldn't have even known about the Validate if it weren't for this hilarious list. I really should have covered this in my Battlefront Collection video, but game was woke. Battlefront Collection was woke. You see, they changed the self-inflicted death message from player killed himself into player killed themselves.
That's a joke. That has to be a fucking joke. Somebody memed. Somebody had to meme on this guy. Come on.
Wow, look at all these woke games. Battlefield 1. Oh yeah, there was black people in that game. Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 you actually have like an argument for. But of course a small description is not going to do it justice. But look at how many games. Wolfenstein 2? Shit. Main character is saved by his strong, pregnant girlfriend. She also manages to fight off a wave of Nazis.
Fuck me.
Yeah, Overwatch 2 is another one of those games where you could make some kind of argument that, yeah, retroactively changing the sexuality of many characters, maybe there's an issue with that. Maybe these characters evolved over time. Maybe it's really not a big fucking issue and the issues surrounding Overwatch are way more important and massive and not about characters' sexuality. Just let the Rule 34 artists be by themselves, okay? Just let them do their thing. For those who are looking to play Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator, you will unfortunately be playing a woke video game. This is made by the Game Grumps? What? When did they? Oh my god. Why did the Game Grumps make this? Boyfriend Dungeon non-binary. They're just playing like all these, they're overloading the list. Alex Jones and WO Wars. No woke content. I call bullshit. I call bullshit on this list. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How is this not woke? How is this not woke? It's clearly shoving a political message.
Let's free the patriots and defeat the globalist tech geeks.
Ugh. That really is what it comes down to. It's like, okay, we want politics in games, just the right politics, just the right, like Alex Jones, who's never had a bad opinion ever. Super lesbian animal RPGs. No,
come on, man. You're looking for it. You're just looking for it at this point. Come on.
Overwhelmingly positive reviews. There are people who have 50 hours. Why are there so many fucking like dating games on here? You have to review these things based on each game individually. You can't just be like, well, that's woke, don't play it. You know, you have to actually examine it. Like this could, like the Alex Jones game could be a decent platformer. Could be. Looks kind of funny. Like it's got a funny
Look,
thing.
I mean, it's another one of those things where like conservatives take a real problem and then like just blow it way out of proportion and then also come up with bullshit reasons as to why it's a problem. And then liberals, you know, reflexively go, no, it's not a problem. And then, you know, just all the oxygen gets sucked up by the right wing. The correct answer to this like grievance, I guess, is like, yes, like there are some games where the writing is bad and it kind of seems like they just inserted something in to get brownie points. But like, it's not thoughtful, it's not good, it doesn't make any sense, and it may even end up being like doing the opposite of what you intended. I'll give you an example of this. In Call of Duty World War II, you're fighting in Europe, and like a black soldier joins your squad, and like one of the guys is like mad about it and like calls him a name. I don't know if he like actually uses a slur or anything, but like for one thing, I don't know of any, like maybe that happened in World War II, but I know that the U.S. Army was obviously segregated. The U.S. military was segregated during World War II. That's just a fact. So I don't know if maybe there was an exception in some places. I don't know. But so that seemed unrealistic and kind of like you're shoehorning in diversity. If you wanted to put diversity into the game, why not like have one of the battles with have one of the missions be you playing as a soldier in a black unit, right? To kind of tell that side of the story, because it's something that almost never gets talked about, right? So that felt really shoehorned. And then at first I didn't know how to feel about it. And then at the end, the guy who was being racist towards the other, towards the black man, like made up with him. Like it was a fucking 90s movie. It was so stupid. It was so fucking stupid. What they ended up doing was just saying, hey, racism during World War II was personal. And once black people proved themselves, they were accepted. But no, that's so fucking crazy to say that. Like, what are you talking about? That's just shoehorn. That's just diversity written by someone. That's just this being put in there by someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about, right? Like if you don't handle shit like that with care, then yeah, that's a problem. Conservatives, though, take that and go, oh no, they're ruining all the games. And that combined with the fact that games are bad because they're poorly made these days by big companies, conservatives can run with this narrative that games are bad because they're woke. And so that's what they do. And then again, you have people on the other side reflexively going, no, it's good that, you know, there's a black guy in Call of Duty World War II. Like they won't acknowledge what the problem with that kind of representation is. You know what I mean? Being historically correct is an example of how America wasn't great then. They'll hate that too. Yeah, like, I don't know. That's one of the worst examples I can think of like that kind of thing. And then the other part of it is just that games are sometimes poorly made or boring, you know, and there's been a big decline in like big AAA games. Like I like video games, but I also find like the video game industry is like a very interesting sort of case study in how capitalism works.
But a lot of people just write off games because they don't contain the right politics. And I think that's really entitled and stupid. Among Us is woke? No, I love Among Us. Because there's pride flags in it? The gays really do ruin everything. What is this? Val's Guide to Having a Broken Vag. I don't know what the fuck.
Where are you finding these
Who
things?
the fuck had to play all of these games, but this is just wild. Destroy all humans. Contains subtly anti-human and subtly pro-DEI messaging.
Okay, all right. Here's what I think is happening. I think this is I don't think this is all done by the same guy. I think this is like something people can submit to, and I think some people are memeing on him. I think some people are memeing on this list because it's like, come on. Yeah, it's an alien game. It's anti-human. Like, no serious person is mad about that, right? Then again, who the fuck knows?
Fucking serious. Anti-human messaging? Boy, I wish this was a wig. I would rip it out. I would rip it out of my skull. Have you played that Destroy All Humans game? Pfft, me? No. Contains some anti-human messaging.
I hope no one notices that I have women's panties on.
You know how I like my games. Pro-human. Imagine being the person like writing this list, looking at and playing Destroy All Humans, and you're like, there's just something not quite right about this. Just something not quite right. I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like this game is a little anti-human.
Take him home and drown my sorrows in cheap, meaningless sex. Auga!
And that's woke. Oh, they have Armored Core 6 contains multiple forms of woke messaging, some overt and some more subtle. See the full review for more details. Okay. Oh, Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2 is woke. The Ultramarines scene in
The Ultramarine scene in game scene is probably diverse. It's not even a real world, man. I am assuming they're mad about, I can't remember his name, but the one on your squad who is black. It's just like, black guy, too diverse, improbable. Sorry, the Imperium. The fuck?
In-game are improbably diverse. Features frontline female combatants, including an improbable female authority figure. Get back in the kitchen, women.
It's talking about the Cadians who were led by a female officer who are cannon fodder for the Tyranids, essentially. Like, they are just there to, like, keep the Tyranids busy while the Space Marines do their thing. They're literally sacrificial. And this dude's mad that one of them was a woman.
You can't be on the front lines. They already reviewed Veilguard. It's not even out. They don't even need to play the game. They even
they're not
reviewed
playing these
Freddy
games.
Fish
Putt
on this. No
I'm
game
sorry.
is safe.
Putt
Pajama Sam
and Pajama Sam were gay as fuck. I don't care what anybody
Thank
says.
God I wasn't indoctrinated when I was a kid. Quake is good. Quake 2, not so much. Look at how specific this gets, though. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. A mini-game on Ardolis involves singing a song about women in respectable positions of power. Who gives a shit? That's so weird to keep like a database of all this. Like, imagine if they did this for racism and sexism. Wouldn't that just be insane to be like, oh, this game is racist. A black guy gets killed in it. I feel like that would be the exact same shit. They're even reviewing like furry games. Perfect Apocalypse. Jesus Christ. Wow, how is this possible? The game Gender Bender is not woke. Because it offers a satirical take on picking a gender identity. Whether in favor of or against gender identities is unclear. What's your gender? Your royal gayness. Your royal...
Maybe this is the meta. Maybe like the meta in Steam is make your game like clearly for LGBTQ, and then it'll get so much hate from these guys that people will know about it. Now that I say it, that's not right. But still, like, goddamn, dude. Like, you're literally seeking stuff out for this.
Gayness. How do you even find... Do they just click on the LGBTQ plus tag and
Yeah, I think that's what it is. They're just using tags. They're probably not even playing the games.
Through that and include them all on here? That's probably what they did. Divinity Original Sin 2? How? Homosexual romance options. Okay. Like, that's a bad thing. You know what I mean? That's a bad thing to these people. Not that it's forced, as in it forces the player to be gay, but that it's an option in the game. Homosexual relationships are written and included for people who care or for people who want to explore all pieces of content. all different types of relationships. It's like these people are discouraging that. And sounds like these are the people trying
shouldn't
to
have
shove
any choice in
political
video
ideology
games
into our video games instead of trying to keep it, relegated to the artists themselves.
Should just be the same Superman story over and over again.
A futanari. Why are you reviewing these games? Is there a full review I can read for this game? I got blackmailed by a futanari. I'd really like to hear more
tell
about
for
that
how
one.
oppressive they are. Yeah, no, because like in their mind,
games.
like
A gay love story.
in their mind, this stuff these games should literally be against the law. Like that's what they're saying. Even if they deny it, like you don't make a list of like 4,000 games saying that like, and so many of them are not recommended because of like having a body type in the character creation. Like you can't tell me that if you had the power, you wouldn't make shit like this illegal. Like you totally would. You absolutely would. You're a fucking authoritarian fascist, clear as day. Clear as day. And if they weren't mad about this, they'd be mad about something else. Yeah, it's like burning books. Exactly. This is the equivalent of burning books.
About gay love. What were you expecting? Features homosexual romance? You don't say. I feel like half of the games that are listed as woke are just like gay, like Romancylvania. They're just reviewing romance games. Like Knights of the Old Republic is woke because of Juhani. Ace Attorney Trilogy.
Wait, what?
Trials and Tribulations features a minor gay character who behaves in a flamboyantly effeminate way. Who cares, man? Trials and Tribulations
wait.
is the best Ace Attorney game.
Star Ocean, the second story, contains subtly pro-LGBTQ messaging. How? Some possible endings imply homosexual romance. Between who? In Star Ocean?
Who cares, man? Trials and Tribulations is the best Ace Attorney game. Tied with Spirit of Justice, in my opinion. Mortal Kombat 1, nearly multiple male characters have been retconned and emasculated. They got rid of Scorpion's penis. Nearly all people of authority are female. It's just insane scrolling through this. You could really, it's like going to a zoo and seeing all the exhibits. Dave the Diver is woke. Contains pro-DEI messaging. The player character is a fat guy who can somehow deep dive and swim long distances without trouble. The sushi chef is black. Oh my god, it's not recommended. See, we're judging it Don't play this game, the main character's fat. Dave the Diver has insane reviews, 97% of 100,000. That is wild to hate this game because the main character is fat and one character is black. Wild. Well, I hope this has been enlightening for all of you. I hope you have installed most of these games or deleted them from your hard drives. And I just wanted to do my part to raise awareness. Don't buy woke games like Fallout New Vegas, Knights of the Old Republic, Street Fighter 6, Power World, and of course, Call of Duty. But which is your favorite woke game? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the Woke Man for more awesome content. All right, everyone, that's all I got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace.
Yeah, no, that wasn't bad. I think, like, yes, this stuff is stupid, and I think it's just important to point out how stupid it is. Like, we don't need to get mad like they're getting mad, you know? These people are stupid, and most people can recognize that. I just hate that they make so much goddamn money. I wouldn't know they were doing this. Yeah.